Hello everybody, it's Catherine and welcome to Easy Makes Monday and new start of the crafting week. I want to make some beads. I thought we'd make some beads today. I'm not going to do all the paraphernalia of inking them up and putting embossing powder and things like that. There is a video where I've done that in the past and I'll link that for you down below so you can watch that technique. But I'm going to cut and roll and stick because I want to make some dangles to go off the wait a minute, let's get it out, the Japanese journal. And so I thought I want something to clip on there. Now we've put that across and it's about finished, I think, guys. I've just got Thursday, journal Thursday. I'll do something, add some more bits and bobs, put all the ephemera in, and think that will be done then. So I want to make some beads today. I'm not an expert by any means. People do them all differently in different ways. This is how I do mine. So depending on the size of the bead, it's up to you really. So I'm doing where the widest part of the bead is 1 inch. So that's 25 centimeters. And then I'm going to bring that down to a point like so and mark it. Okay. So then again, this is going to be the point this time. So at this edge we are going to mark 1 and we'll go to the point of where the last one finished and move it up to our mark there. Then again we will do 1 inch. Near enough, doesn't have to be exacting, down to the point, and so on and so forth. So when we cut them, cutting them down to that point there. So there you've got your pieces. So let me just cut these out. Hard to see on that blue. Hold it down there. I mean, you don't have to cut them, you can do them with an X-Acto knife if that's what you've got. I'm just doing it like this because to do it with an X-Acto knife I would have to lose my screening sizing. And you know what I'm like, you know, I soon go off camera at the best of times without having my marker grey pad there. So I hope you're all well, hope you all had a good weekend, did some fun things. Did we do any fun things? Yeah, we went, some friends of ours, I don't know if I sort of said it, no, some friends of ours brought their, they were on a nice caravan site in the country here, not far from us, and they did a barbecue, so that was lovely. We were outside. Very difficult not hugging people, but you know, needs must. We're all running around the campsite going, relative hug, relative hug. Well, not quite around the campsite, but you know what I mean. So do exaggerate, Catherine. Okay, so that was lovely. It was nice to get a bit of normality back. I'm getting a bit of anxiety about it all. I'm getting anxious, really. You know, as things are opening up again, it's nice to go back to something like normality. But then I'm worrying about it. You know, like for the last week after, you feel a bit off it and you think, oh, is that because we saw, you know, that's because we saw the family 7 to 10 days ago, and it starts getting a bit like that. You know, I can see. I'm sure it's not just me. Sure, it's not just me that think that. I didn't think I would. I didn't think I would. In fact, I've been, you know, pretty, apart from in the very beginning when it was scary and there's no vaccine, but I've been pretty chilled about it recently. So let me know. Anybody else feeling it's a bit scary? It's a bit scary. Going back to normality, and there's been, you know, that was outdoors, so I didn't see that was a problem. But the thing is, you start opening up, and then people that you've not been able to see seem to think that you could suddenly go and visit all and sundry, and then that's when it starts feeling too scary for me. Okay, just going to put a few more, so I will, you know, admit that mental health wise I'm a bit keeping a lookout, counting days from when we last met people, which isn't good, is it? How did you go on with your ombre dyeing, Nola? I know Nola said that she was going to have a go at trying to ombre after seeing, you know, after seeing this piece. She was going to try and ombre some burlap. So I bet that I don't know how you managed to get it in different colours. Be great if you manage it. Right, okay. So I've got a skewer, because I have them for stabbing my cakes. Actually, I think they bought us for putting in plants as little tie things, but you know, they do. But a little paintbrush, you know, just look for a little paintbrush, because I do like this. You can have a varied hole in the middle, so it, you know, depending on what you're wanting to use these beads for. If you want some really thick ones, then use the thicker size. So we are ready to put some glue down, and basically I don't start right at this end, and I just run a bead of glue right down to the end. I'll leave it a bit this way. I can never get anything in. I'll leave a little bit here, so obviously it doesn't run, it doesn't stick to me paintbrush. And you need to try and get a neat central roll. Now, it doesn't matter if you haven't, but they just give them a bit more geometry to either side. Now just keep checking you're not running away with yourself, that you are keeping tight. You don't want any saggy beads, do you? Unless, of course, that's the aim, something you're aiming for. Keep yourself tight in, back on track. Give that an extra roll, and there you have. There you have your bead. Aren't they cute? They're going to look gorgeous on the edge of there. Right, let's get another one. Oh, bead of glue down there, because that's going to be gluing upon itself, so it's not going to stick. It's not going to make the internal sticky. It's just the starting off bit that's a bit fiddly. Okay. There we go. Make sure the end's nice and tight. Okay, so it's quite a nice little project for Easy Makes Monday, I think. And you can make these ahead of time in all sorts of different things you can use. I've done them with wallpaper, I've done them with thin pieces of card, I've made them with bubble wrap. That'd be a nice video actually. I think this has gone a bit wonky, but that'd be quite nice. All the things I use bubble wrap for in my crafting. That would be good, wouldn't it? I think I will put that on my list. There we go. This is a bit stuck, that's it. Give it a twizzle. They look really effective, don't they? So depending on what you want to put, and I've seen some people then, they wrap wire round and they wrap Tyvek round and make really boho looking ones. So I think, and if you haven't got all the paraphernalia for sealing them, just seal them, you know, if you haven't got embossing stuff, just seal them with a little bit of Mod Podge or a bit of matte medium, and that will just seal them and you know, just protect them a little bit. Right, off we go. So, oh yes, we did have a nice meet up with our friends. It was lovely. We've gone back to being, it's very hot and humid with no sun at the minute. At least we've got a bit of a cool sea breeze. I know my dad was saying down in London, you know, it's very hot and stuffy there. Don't always get the breezes when you're in city and land, but yeah, we're fortunate we get those sea breezes. Fortunately in summer we get a lovely sea breeze, but unfortunately in winter, because it makes the wind chill factor mighty cold. So we've been watching our little kestrels fledge. I think I was mentioning watching Robert Fuller, wildlife artist, on YouTube, watching his wildlife cams and videos, and our little kestrels. They've been flapping about and going, shall I, shan't I, for a week, and they've done it now this weekend, so that was great. I felt as if they were my little children that had learnt to walk. It was so exciting because we've watched them from, you know, her laying the eggs. We've watched right from there. So, you know, to see them being hatched and looked after for, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Now then, I'm not happy with that. It's off. That's better. So you can roll it back a little bit. It's still a bit uneven. It's because I'm talking instead of concentrating. Tighten it up a little bit as well. There we go. just make sure that lasts a little bit. Make sure there's plenty of glue on the final point, otherwise your whole thing will come unravelled. And you see each one slightly different. Gorgeous. Right, I'll just do a couple more and then that'll be a video. I think it's been you know, just a nice start to the crafting week. I'm still catching up with all my videos of watching my favourites YouTubers. We've been watching these, as I say, we've been watching these birds a lot. There we go. Couple more and that's it. So it's surprising, soon get quite a few made. See if I can line it up better. Not exact, you know, the measuring's not exact when I've done it, but it's near enough. I know I'm fiddling with it at the beginning. I just want to get it as straight as you can. That's the key to it really, and then you're fine. There we go. Lovely. And then the last one. I mean, you can use whatever glue you want, but it's just anything with a fine point really. You only want it down the middle, you don't want it all squishing out. You don't want it squishing out and getting onto the outside, because that, you know, you'll end up with a soggy mess. There we go. Right. So then, oh, aren't they gorgeous? I'm going to carry on making a few with the rest of that paper, because they'll come in, won't they, for another journal. Look how lovely they are. Okie dokie, so thanks for joining me, and this has been short and sweet, but yeah, looking forward to this crafting week. I'm going to be doing Journal Thursday on Wednesday this week, because Thursday I've got my Wellbeing Teachers course all day, so I will do it on Wednesday. Okay then guys, thanks for joining me. Bye for now.